Hello everyone, my name is Soumya Singh and I am a second year law student of Law College Dehradun, Uttaranchal University, and today I'll be talking about kinds of administrative actions. Administrative action is a comprehensive term and it defies its exact definition. In modern times, it shrouds the traditional classification of the governmental powers and combines into one all the powers that were traditionally performed by three organs of the state, that is the legislature, executive and the judiciary. Although it is quite difficult to classify the administrative functions on a conceptual basis, still they can be classified into three broad categories. Number one, rule making action or quasi legislative action. Number two, rule decision action or quasi judicial action. And number three is rule application action or purely administrative action. Talking about the classifications in detail, number one, quasi legislative action. Although the intention of the constitution makers was that the law making should be exercised by the bodies alone in whom this power is being vested. But in 21st centuries, it becomes quite difficult for the legislative bodies to give the quantity and quality of the laws that is required for the efficient functioning of the modern intensive form of government. Hence, the delegation of power to the administration becomes a necessity. When any administrative authority performs the function of law making delegated to it by the legislature, it is known as the rule making action or quasi legislative action. Now, the legislative functions of the executive consist of rule making, regulations, bylaws, etc., and it is an action of subordinate legislation. According to Justice Chinnappa Reddy, a legislative action has four features: generality, prospectivity, public interest, and rights and liabilities flowing from it. And these features help us in distinguishing the quasi-legislative action from quasi-judicial action. Although the rules of natural justice is not applicable in legislative action, but reasonableness and fair play can be observed because Article 14 of the Constitution equally applies in legislative actions. These rules have a force of law, which means they have a binding effect on the general public, and the quasi-legislative actions can be challenged in the court of law. But there is no right to notice and hearing unless the statute expressly requires them to. Now there is an important case that is State of Punjab versus Tehal Singh, in which the Supreme Court elaborated the characteristics of the rule-making action of the administrative authority. Now talking about our second classification, that is rule decision action or quasi-judicial action. When an administrative authority performs the function of decision making, then it is known as quasi-judicial function. A quasi-judicial decision is nearer to administrative decision in terms of discretionary element and is nearer to judicial decision in terms of procedure and objectivity of the end product. Now, there are almost 12 functions of the administration that have been listed under the quasi-judicial functions, including the determination of citizenship, determination of statutory disputes, registration of political parties within the election commission, etc. In the case of A.K. Krapak versus Union of India, it was held that the line which divides a quasi-judicial power and an administrative power is very thin and is gradually vanishing. And hence, the court gave 5 points for determining whether a power is quasi-judicial or administrative. And the points are: the nature of the power conferred, the authority to whom the power is conferred, the framework of the law conferring the power, the consequences flowing from the exercise of the power, and the manner in which the power is expected to be exercised. Now, when the question to act judicially came up, it was held that the duty to act judicially is implicit in the exercise of such duty, and it should arise from the nature of the very function intended to be performed. In the case of Indian National Congress versus Institute of Social Welfare, it was held that if any authority is required to act according to the rules, its functions will be quasi-judicial in nature. For example, summoning of witness, examining them under oath, enforcing their attendance, etc. Also, in any case, the administrative authorities are bound by the rules of natural justice, but in quasi-judicial actions, they are not bound by their precedents or rule of evidence, and they can be a party to a dispute and still decide it, but this is not possible in the case of judicial actions. Now coming to our last classification, that is rule application action or purely administrative action. An administrative action is a residuary action which is neither legislative in nature nor judicial. It has no procedural obligation of collecting evidences and weighing arguments. It is based on subjective satisfaction, where the decisions are based on policy and expediency. It does not decide a right, although it may affect a right. And it cannot be said that during the exercise of an administrative action, the principles of natural justice can be ignored. And this requirement to follow the minimum of principles of natural justice puts an obligation over the administration when it performs the administrative function to act fairly and with reasonableness. The administrative actions are bound by the government policy, discretionary powers are allowed, subdelegations and delegation of power is allowed. They are not bound by the laws of evidence and procedure. The administrative actions can further be subdivided into two parts, that is administrative discretion and ministerial function. In administrative discretion, they are free to take decisions based on their discretion, but during a ministerial action, they are basically performing a duty given to them under law and no discretion is available to them. A few examples of administrative function is a power to issue license, an order of preventive detention, an order of withdrawal of prosecution, etc. So that was all for the kinds of administrative action. Thank you so much.